Okay, this is about a data type called date. And I don't have a rehearsed script in front of me or anything, so I'm going to kind of stumble through it, and it might actually help anybody watching this. And I do know, I was going through a book, and I started playing with these dates, and I noticed that these books are not always right. They make mistakes, and so in the end, and there's a couple of them I fixed in here already, but at the end, I'm going to let you see, and we'll see if you can catch the problem if you're watching, and I'll fix it. And after you go through all this, your head is kind of swimming. So it's like a test in logic. And I'll throw in some other information as I'm going. So first of all, I'll show you what I got. I got a form with 6 buttons. And they all are called something. They have a text name. That's how they say it. And I also declared a variable up above the buttons in the form. So I declared the variable as DTE results, short for date. So date, what is date? So if you hover over it, you'll see it represents an instant in time, meaning now, typically expressed as a date and time. Now, the reason it's saying typically is that we can manipulate the date and the time, as we'll see later. So, remember, this is basically saying date. So, date equals now. Returns a date value containing the current date and time. So that's a keyword now. That is a method or a function within the date data type. So what we're hoping is that we take, so the date is now, that's the date is now, to a string, or the dot is saying show it, is another method saying show the data now to a string. So we have a data type now, data type now, which is today's date and time the second I'm talking, and then we're going to convert it into we're going to override the data type function into another data type. And then we added some text, which is inside then there's a concatenation, which means we're adding. You notice it won't read that. That's the first one. And there's a button that's just going to tell me to move on. And let's just run that, and I'll try to talk you through this. So remember, date now to string. That's the second I'm making this video. The second I pushed the button, it gave me the correct date. That's my button to move on. That's to remind me to move on. To go to my second button. We'll try to explain this. Put it up above. So again, we still have date now. So whenever you see this, it's date now. So date now, or this is a different method. It still has the string method, but it's added, as you can see, it converts the value of the current system date. That means, basically, I think what that means is I'm in America, and I'm on the Pacific Coast. It's going to give me that time and that date. So that's what it did, and it showed it in a long version. Now I'm going to say the same thing in a short date version. Then I'm going to say date now to a long time string version. or expression, however there's a lot of words we can use. And again, just to highlight this, this is a class, message box is a class of its own. So within this class there are a bunch of methods, and one of the messages is show, and it's a function. It's also a method. It's a function of doing something, a method of doing something. So we're taking date now. I think I said this, and we're showing it as time long, time short, and then my end button. Short, date, long, time, short, time. Move on. So I'm on, let's see, I'm on, I want to go to extraction. Okay. Move this out of the way so I can get over to the extraction code. I got two screens. It's handy. So let's click extraction. So now I want certain parts of that date now. So I have some text and concatenation. Here's date now. Show it as again a method to convert it to string. And then within these exclamation points is basically a function, and it's saying show me the day. And the next one is going to say show me the month. So I guess we're already at month. I forgot where we are. Date. Okay, we went too far. We went to the next button. So button for month, day, month. Move this. Go down to button 5 and 6. Literals. Okay, this time we're calling two variables. I can't remember where the error is wrong, but when I come across it, I'll remember. I think this is it. So you notice we're declaring two variables, but we're only giving one variable a value, and the value is, and this is how you show, you gotta have a pound sign. So we're changing the date to 2/28/2400. We're in button 6. I didn't want to talk about button 6, but let's just run it. I skipped 5, so button 6. Let's see what it says. Okay, did it add? Okay, notice start date, which is a declared variable, or a variable with a value. And I'm adding a day, so I added one day. There it is, the 29th. Let's see what the next one says. So I'm talking to myself here. So what I'm noticing here is that I added a day to the start date of this variable, but then I'm asking it to show a change date change. Oh, that's right. No, that's right. That's okay. Here's where I'm declaring this variable. I'm going date change equals date start. Okay, that's when it worked. Okay. I must have fixed it. So now the next one, this is highlighted out. There's something wrong with that one. So now we go. So now we have date change date equals date start date, which is 2/28, 2,400, and we're supposed to be adding 1 year. No, the method's called add 1 year, but we're actually subtracting a year, so that worked. It's 23.99. I want to go back and unhighlight this and see if we can fix it. So we're on. Oh, I gotta close this to fix it. Sorry guys. I'm gonna unhighlight all this. See if maybe there's a mistake. Maybe there isn't. Unhighlight. No, unhighlight. What happened? I see 2 commas there. Unhighlight. Okay, that's good. Okay, I see an error. So what is the error? Date change to, I think the problem is that, again, it's not declared. I mean, it's declared, but there's no value. So let's just add a value. So we're going to DTE, you see it popped up. So we're going to just push tab. We're doing change date. We'll do space equals space pound 9. I don't think it's going to like that space. 9. I think it's going to want 2. So 29. And we'll go 9999 pound. We'll see if that even works. So date change date to long month string. What is wrong here? Date change date. Is it because I already changed it? Date change date to long date. Let's see what it says. To long month string is not a member of date. To long month string. To long month string. Too long. Let's go long date. D-A-T-E. Okay, I think we got rid of it. I think we fixed it. Save. We're going to run 6 again. 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 23.99. 23.99. The only thing I can think of here is that, let's see, we changed the, here's the problem, we did change the variable, so we got to get rid of this. Delete. We changed the variable here. Save. Okay, it worked. Last thing I want to show you. This is running. Okay, I'm going to click Toolbox. I think I have enough time. You notice I have something called My Snippets. If you right click here and add a tab, I added tab My Snippets. So you have to pin this here. You pin it. So now I'm just going to do this real quick because I run out of time. I'm going to drag that. Now I have a snippet. If I want to drag one back out, I can go do this. Of course, I don't like that. I'm going to delete it. And I'm going to save. And that's the end of this video. I hope that helps you. Again, I didn't really rehearse